Welcome to the Live Free, Love Life podcast, where we discuss how to create more freedom so we can love our lives no matter what we're going through. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast episode. We are going to be talking about the difference between acceptance and resignation, because what I have noticed with a lot of clients is that they are using the word acceptance, but the definition of resignation, and they are not the same. So I wanted to do a whole episode just to talk about the difference because acceptance is one of the three pillars. So we want to be really clear on what that actually means. Navigating through life's challenges often involves striking a balance between accepting our circumstances and not giving up. This delicate balance is crucial for personal growth and emotional well-being. However, there is a significant difference between acceptance and resignation, and understanding this difference can be the key to moving from feeling trapped to experiencing true freedom. So let's talk about the difference. Acceptance is an active process. It involves acknowledging reality, embracing what we cannot change, and taking proactive steps within our control. Acceptance is empowering. It allows us to move forward with clarity and purpose. Resignation, on the other hand, is a passive state. It involves giving up and feeling helpless about our situation. Resignation keeps us stuck because it prevents us from taking any meaningful action to improve our lives. It is a mindset that says, that's just how it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. So here's how resignation limits us. It can creep into our lives in various forms. So let's look at some of the ways it manifests and limits us. Number one, in our relationships. Feeling stuck in a toxic or unfulfilling relationship and believing that things will never change. In your career, staying in a job that drains you, thinking you have no other options. In your personal growth, believing you can't change your habits or improve yourself, leading to stagnation. In your health, accepting poor health or fitness levels as a permanent state without seeking improvement, or just without going all in on seeking improvement, right? That could be true for any of these categories. When we resign ourselves to our circumstances, we essentially relinquish our power to make changes. We become passive observers of our own lives rather than active participants. This mindset can lead to a deep sense of dissatisfaction and frustration. And remember what I said, so many of our human brains are using the word acceptance and the definition of resignation. You think that's what acceptance looks like, but it doesn't. That's what resignation looks like. So let's talk about how acceptance sets us free, because acceptance is liberating. It allows us to recognize the reality of our situation without being defeated by it. So here's how acceptance can set us free. In relationships, by accepting your partner for who they are, you can focus on improving yourself and finding solutions rather than wishing they would change. In your career, acknowledging that you're unhappy in your job can be the first step to exploring new opportunities and making a career shift. Notice when you're resigned, you just stay there and you do nothing. When you're in acceptance, you have options to change your circumstances. In personal growth, accepting your current habits and behaviors allows you to take small, actionable steps towards change without judgment. Just because we're in acceptance doesn't mean it will never change. That's the opposite. That's what resignation is. In your health, recognizing your current health state can motivate you to seek better habits, medical advice, or a fitness routine. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means understanding what you can't change and focusing on what you can. It is a proactive stance that empowers you to take control of your life and make positive changes. So here are some scenarios of acceptance versus resignation. Scenario one in relationships. Resignation. Jane has been in a difficult marriage for years. She believes her husband will never change and feels trapped. She stops trying to communicate and feels hopeless. Acceptance. Jane recognizes that she cannot change her husband's behavior, but she can change how she responds. She seeks counseling for herself, improves her communication skills, and sets healthy boundaries. Do you see? There's a huge difference there in acceptance and resignation. We want to get really clear on the difference. Okay, here's scenario 2 in a career. Hillary hates her job, but believes she's too old to change careers. She shows up every day, does the minimum, and feels miserable. Acceptance. Hillary acknowledges her dissatisfaction and starts exploring her interests. She takes online courses in a new field, networks with professionals, and gradually prepares for a career transition. Scenario 3, personal growth. Resignation. Sarah wants to lose weight, but feels she's tried everything and nothing works. She gives up and continues her unhealthy habits. Acceptance. Sarah accepts her current weight and health status without judgment. She seeks a nutritionist's help, sets realistic goals, and celebrates small victories along the way. Notice that it's acceptance that helps her lose the weight. We have to be in acceptance first. If we're in resignation, we're going to do nothing. If we're in resistance, we're going to have a really hard time doing the things. Acceptance, it's what allows us to move forward. Scenario 4, in health. Shauna has chronic back pain. She believes it's just part of aging and stops seeking treatment or trying exercises. Acceptance. Shauna accepts that she has chronic pain, but doesn't let it define her. She explores different therapies, stays active within her limits, maintains a positive outlook, and never stops seeking solutions. So here are some steps to move from resignation to acceptance. This involves mindset shift and proactive steps. So number 1, acknowledge your feelings. Recognize and accept your feelings of frustration, sadness, hopelessness, whatever those feelings are, without judgment. Number 2, identify what you can't change. Clearly differentiate between what is beyond your control and what you can influence. Other people are beyond our control. We do have some influence, but we cannot change them. We cannot change their behavior. There are circumstances which we cannot change. For example, at this exact moment, I cannot change that I have Lyme disease. I have it. I want to accept that I have it. And then we get to step number 3, focus on what you can control. Shift your attention to the aspects of your situation that you can change or improve, including your mindset. We're not just looking at the external things. Some of the things that we can change and improve are how we are thinking about the things we cannot change. Number 4, set realistic goals. Break down your goals into manageable steps and celebrate small achievements. Number 5, seek support. Talk to friends, family, or professionals who can provide guidance and encouragement, or hire a coach. It's a great way to get support. Number 6, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself throughout the process. Understand that change takes time and effort. And number 7, take action. Even small actions can build momentum. Start with one step and gradually increase your efforts. So many of my clients think that if they accept something, it will never change. So they keep either arguing with reality and making themselves miserable, or they resign themselves instead. But the opposite is actually true. The more we accept, the faster things change. So I wanted to bring a whole bunch of experts on here to tell you what I'm talking about. This is not just coming from me. And this is just like a teeny little sampling that I found in like 30 seconds. There are so many experts out there talking about this. So first, Carl Rogers. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. Tara Brach, which we talked about recently. Radical acceptance is the willingness to experience ourselves and our lives as it is. Only when we have the courage to face things exactly as they are without any self-deception or illusion can we grow and transform. Notice the forward movement. It's acceptance and move forward. Resignation keeps us stuck. Eckhart Tolle, whatever you accept completely will take you to peace, including the acceptance that you cannot accept that you are in resistance. Next one, Byron Katie. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means understanding that something is what it is, and there's got to be a way through it. Again, notice that forward momentum that comes with acceptance. Nathaniel Brandon, the first step toward change is awareness. The second step is acceptance. Pima Chodron, nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Acceptance of the present moment is the first step in allowing ourselves to learn and grow. William James, acceptance of what has happened is the first step to overcoming the consequences of any misfortune. And John Kabat-Zinn, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Acceptance allows you to work with what is happening rather than against it. So here are some questions to consider. Where in your life do you feel resigned to your circumstances? How can you shift your mindset from resignation to acceptance? Where do you notice resistance to accepting something as it is? And what small steps can you take today to move toward acceptance? Understanding the difference between acceptance and resignation is crucial for personal growth and fulfillment. While resignation keeps us stuck and powerless, acceptance empowers us to take control of our lives and make meaningful changes. By embracing acceptance, we can navigate life's challenges with resilience and find true freedom. Live free, love life.
Thank you for watching this episode of Live Free, Love Life. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time.